All right. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? And more importantly, how are you recovering from yesterday's uh, round of events? And so that's really kind of why I wanted to kind of change up the topic that I had from yesterday to today. And really kind of reset the stage because I needed to do a little bit of a reset myself. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. So before I join in, let me know in comments where you were watching from. What are you drinking? If you're drinking anything, I can't find my water. I just had to come back. I got my water now. Here I am in the state of Georgia, and I'm drinking water. So let me know in comments where you're watching from so I can say hello to you. And then we're going to jump right into the state of your travel business. So instead of, there's actually a lot of things going on, right? Hold on, let me get our Facebook group up. And if you are watching inside of our Facebook group, let me just tell you and remind you that you want to join us either on my YouTube channel or inside of our new community, Travel Boss Community. And you can do so by going to onlinetravelboss.com/member. Go ahead and sign up, and that is where you are going to get our ongoing free content, training, and all other stuff that is about your travel business. So go ahead and join us there. I do have our Facebook group up. Let me mute that. All right, good. All right, I see you, India. Nice to have you on. Denise, nice to see you again. Talked to you earlier today. And drinking water and trying to do a reset as well. I don't know about you all. And so if your candidate won yesterday, this message today may not be the message for you because I am really going to be speaking to those people who probably felt like me, which was devastated. I was devastated Tuesday night. Yesterday, I did have the fortunate opportunity to work with my private coaching clients. Wednesdays are client day. So I pretty much met with all of my clients that I work with, and it really did help reset my soul. And so I was in another group, and he actually showed up in his group yesterday, and I thought, you know what? I need to do the same thing for my community of people, because if you did feel like I did yesterday, all day long, my heart was hurt. And then I literally had to shake things off of me yesterday because the lesson I really kind of came out of yesterday is that I was emotionally tied to the outcome of the election. And maybe you were, maybe you weren't, I don't know which side of the coin you were on, but if you were on the side that I was on, there was, I am a Black woman, as you can see, right? Many of you all in my community are African-American women. I mostly service women. And even if you aren't an African-American woman and you are a woman and you feel kind of like our rights were on the line. And I typically don't talk politics, and you probably will never, ever hear me talk politics again. I typically don't, but there was a really powerful lesson I had in yesterday's feeling that I had was, and I wrote it down because I've got some points I want to make sure I stay on point. I may cry. I'll try not to do that. But I was emotionally tied to the outcome. And I remember telling my husband, right before the results were all day Tuesday, is like, I want the outcome to be the outcome because I don't want to be the way I was in 2016, where I was upset that Hillary lost, but then I ended up being completely tuned in to the chaos that was the chaos in 2016 through 2020, right? So every day I'm watching the news and I'm wound up about who said what and who said that. And I said, I wanted the Democrats, I wanted Kamala to win because I knew it wouldn't be chaotic. And when she didn't, I was deeply, and I'm still shaken, but I was looking for her and the Democrats to save me from the chaos that would be. Not remembering that I am in control of what I get exposed to on a regular basis. The last 6 weeks, the last 8 weeks for me. I have been consumed by the outcome of this election, consumed by the craziness that has been what we've been seeing, right? And this gentleman, his name is Lamar Tyler. If you follow traffic sales and profits, he came into his group and he reminded me what the news does, which is its goal is to keep you riled up on the left or the right or whatever. And at the end of the day, I am in control of my business. I am in control of the things that I do. And I said yesterday that I needed to take back control of that. I am very guarded about what I listen to. I'm very guarded about what I consume, what I read, what I watch, because I want to protect Sunday. I want to protect my mind. I want to protect what goes in my ears. And I haven't been doing that. So I was emotionally distraught by the outcome because that I allowed what I normally protect to not be protected. And so I had to double down yesterday to get through without crying all day. I had to remind myself what I'm in control of and what it is that I do. So I give you all of that lesson, or that lesson about what I had to work through yesterday, to remember that left or right, if you're Democratic, if you're Republican, doesn't matter. If you're independent, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they cannot fix my business. Right? They can't fix your business. They can't fix your ability to generate income, right? Many of you all have started a travel business or want to start a travel business, and you are working a full-time job while you start this business, right? And if that is your story, right, no one can fix what's wrong with the reason why your business isn't doing the plan B action that you want it to do. Only you can do that. Right. And so I had to remember that yesterday. They can't fix my ability to generate income. The fact that I can have a second business that allows me to bring in a second stream of income into my family, they can't fix that. And the reason why you do that isn't not always because of money. Sometimes it's because you love what you do, right? And if you aren't able to do more of what you love doing, no one can fix that but you. Right? You are in control of that. I am in control of that. We are in control of that part of the destiny of our lives. The other thing that no one can fix is the vision and the outcomes of the vision that you set for your travel business or any business that you do, right? For the vision for your family, your personal life, any of that. That vision setting that you do for your business, for your personal life is within your control, and no political party can control that, right? What we do still have within our control is our decision-making process and the actions that we take every single day in our business and in our life. And this is the message I want to bring to you all today, right? You're a part of my community. And if you want to stay a part of that community, you want to join me inside of Travel Boss community at onlinetravelboss.com/member. Because the reason why I'm leaving, so to speak, Facebook is because I want my message to my travel followers and the people that follow me to get to them unencumbered. I want to be able to send you all a broadcast without worrying about, is it not the right algorithm, right? Is it going to be seen or not? So that is the reason why we are going into a community where I have more control around the messaging that is going to get to you. So if you want to join me there, go ahead and join me there. So what we're going to talk about today is, what can we do as entrepreneurs, and what should we be focused on as we enter into whatever this new age of politics is going to take us into the next 4 years and beyond? Until someone prevents me from being able to run a business the way that I want to run a business in America, I don't really care at this point, right? Unless there's some specific policy that is going to impact my ability to show up to my audience and deliver a message and sell the services and products for my audience of people, I don't care. And I'm going to ask you to do the same thing. Don't focus on the things that you cannot control. Let's focus on the following things. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Is let's take a look at the state of your business and the things that you can control, the things that you have power over, and the things that are going to make the difference at the end of a 4-year election, the end of an 8-year, or whatever time frame you've set for yourself in your business. Let's talk about those things. All right. So are you guys, I'm going to breathe. Like, are you guys ready for that? Because, I haven't done this kind of training. I've been really focused, double down on Travel Pro Suite and showing you guys features and showing you, how to change this widget to that widget. And I really have not spent a lot of time really talking about what really moves the needle in business owners, which is our mindset, which are the actions that we need to be taking as CEOs of our company. And now I'm coming back to that, right? So don't get me wrong. There will be still lots of, let me show you how to fiddle with this widget and get this thing to do that thing. But I am going to come back to you and talk to you more about, let's get the mindset straight so that we can show up as the CEOs of what we are need to do. As a business owner, as a female business owner, and many of you as a Black business owner, what you need to remember that is the thing that is going to set you apart in your life, is being able to own your own job, own your own vision, and control the amount of money that you make in your life. All right, so you guys ready? Like, I'm ready. I'm excited. I've been, I was fussing at my husband when we were driving. I was like, I got to get back by 12 because I do not want to be late. He's like, it'll be okay. And I'm like, no, I'm going to be late. But he did his thing. He got me here on time. All right, so number one thing that you can focus on is instead of focusing on CNN, which is my go-to news, but whatever your news outlet is, I promise Otis and I promise myself, like, I'm not tied to that anymore, right? I'm not tied to that because at the end of the day, they made millions of dollars by me being emotionally tied because they got to air their ads, right? Are you running ads? Are you running ads in your businesses? Is the message that you want to get out about your travel business being seen by the people that you want to be seen by, right? Then if you're not running ads, you're missing the opportunity to make more money in your travel business. So let's focus, before you start running ads though, let's focus on the number one thing was, what is your vision and what is your mission? Because that's what we need to be double down on, right? What is the vision for your travel business? I'd like you guys, if you'd like to be interactive today, type that in the message. Like, what is your reason for having a travel business? What is that? Right? What is the why? My why back in 2018, I started online in 2016, and my business objective back in 2016, and you fast forward to almost 2025, has not faltered. It is to be a beacon of sorts for it. And when I started, I was super clear. I haven't said this. I was just talking to one of my clients yesterday that I haven't said this. I started being a travel business coach to help Black travel business owners launch and operate successful travel businesses. And the reason why I call out Black is because when I looked out there in the marketplace, there were no Black business coaches teaching travel advisors who'd been recruited by MLMs how to operate and start their businesses. There just wasn't any brown-skinned people doing it. Now, subsequently, fast forward, there are definitely more minority, there are definitely more women teaching people how to operate and launch a successful business now than there was when I started. But when I started the business, I wanted Black women to see another Black woman that they could relate to, right? Why did you start your travel business? What experiences that you want for your clients? What is that vision and what is that mission? And are you honoring that? Have you even defined that? And if you haven't, focus on that. Focus on defining why you want to show up. And if it's for money, by golly, there are so many other ways to make money quicker, easier, that don't require the amount of stress of owning your own business. So money is usually never the reason why we women start things, right? We start things because we want to service somebody. We start things and we do things because we want to help somebody, right? And we want to be somebody's fill in the blank. And so if that is your vision and that is what you seek, double down on that and double down on it hard, right? What is the mission? Focus on that. Focus on the vision and the mission of your business. And if you don't have a mission statement, you don't have a vision statement, I encourage you to work on that. Now, I love ChatGPT. You guys know how much I love ChatGPT, and you don't know how to put that to words. Let ChatGPT help you craft the mission statement in terms of what it is that you want to show up in the marketplace place too, because when I go to your site, when I go to your Facebook business page, when I go anything about you, when I see you talking, it should be super clear to me as to the reason why you are in business. And it's not just about trips, ladies and gentlemen. It's not about trips only, right? Don't get me wrong. I love a good trip, right? But what is the reason why you want to get people out on those trips? Is it to get them to experience things that they've never experienced before? And who is that person that you want to do it for? All right. So number 2 perspective I want you to focus on. I love it, Denise. Denise writes, I want to inspire and empower travelers, particularly multi-generational families and first-time cruisers, to explore the world through personalized, I think it jumped around. Wait a minute. I jumped it. A personalized cruise experience by delivering exceptional service and creating unforgettable memories. I love it. All right. I love that. Right. And so I encourage all of you all to come up with a vision statement and a mission statement for your travel business and make sure that everything that you do is aligned accordingly. Right? Because at the end of the day, nobody can define that for you. I can't define the mission for you. I can't define your vision for you. I can't get you to align your messaging according to that. You only can do that. No politician can do that for you. Only you can do that for you. Number 2 is, I have the power to focus on my audience's needs, right? But in order for me to do that, I need to know who my audience is. Do you know who your audience is? Right? Do you know who is it that you need to service and that you need to help? Right? So, Denise just put she wants to focus on multi-generational people. She wants to focus on first-time cruisers, right? Who are those people? What do they look like? What do their family dynamics look like? When it comes to your audience and you connecting with them on a powerful way, focus on who they are. It's not the mode of transportation that is important. You guys hear me say this all the time. And if you haven't heard, this is the first time you've ever heard me talk. I'm going to tell you that's the most important thing that you can do is not focus on a mode of travel. Don't focus on a destination. Don't focus on a supplier. Focus on people. Focus on the person that you want to help get out of town. That person, right? I want you to visualize who that person is. What are they doing right now that's keeping them from going on the trip of a lifetime? The more that you can focus on your audience needs, the more successful that you will see, because that focus, when you focus on other people and what they need as a part of your business model, then making money is so much easier. Making money and being able to position yourself as the authority and being able to specialize in them and show up to specialize in them is so much easier when you focus on people. If you focus on I'm using celebrity because one of the clients I just talked to, she mentioned that she wants to sell celebrity. If you focus on celebrity, that's not a person, that's a thing, right? You can sell celebrity, but you're selling celebrity to a person. You're selling a cruise line to a person. So who's the person that you want to focus on? That's what I want you to double down on next 75 days, the next 76 days, the next 4 years, the next whatever. Focus on the person. Number 3 is focus. I can focus on my value, the value that I bring to the table. Right. And I don't want you to walk away from today's TED Talk on, Sundey's talking about me, and not I. I want you to substitute your name here. Focus on the value that you bring to your audience, whoever that is, right? So again, we sell travel. You sell travel. You sell a package. You sell an experience, right? But at the end of the day, a person can go on a trip without you. They don't need you to go on the trip unless you define the reason why they need you, right? So Alicia's on, and I just worked with her on the Video Visibility Challenge, and so she specializes in families who are traveling with autistic children, right? That's a value proposition. That is a particular audience that she is working with. So when I talk about focusing on my value, that's what I want you to do, because when I focus on my value, I'm focusing on the delivery of that value, the delivery of that value to you, the delivery of that value to my clients, right? So that means how I get my products and services to my clients. I want to improve that. I want that to be the best ever. I want the services and the products that I deliver to be the best ever for my audience. So when it comes to that, and what you control the relationships that you have with your suppliers. That's in your control, right? That is what you should focus on, is the delivery of your services and products, is the services and products that you want to offer to your clients, the products, the packages that you put together. All of those things are within your control. Create exceptional experience packages, exceptional services, right? Just for Alicia alone, and what she, Elisha, I think hopefully I pronounced your name right. I hate to mispronounce people's names, right? So when it comes to a specialization of families with autistic children, right? Creating a service model around that, that's unique. Not only is it unique, it's needed. Right? What we do as women is we create businesses that people need. So don't get upset about what went down 2 days ago, that you forget that you have value and that people need your services. You created a business of which people need. So don't forget that and show up and do it, right? Don't forget that God put that on your heart to do, so show up and do it. And show up and do it to the very best of your ability. Number 4 is, the thing that I can control is focusing on my growth. I am an avid reader. I read a lot. I read a lot. I haven't been reading so much. Because I've been watching too much damn news, so I haven't been reading as much as I used to. But I read a lot, and so part of that growth journey for me is about reading. I don't read for pleasure. I mean, well, it is pleasurable for me to read, but I do read a lot of different types of books. It's all around self-help, mental acuity, emotional acuity, whatever it is. It's all about growth, and so. In this whole last 6 to 8 weeks, when I've been focused on the outcome of who said what when, I have neglected the growth that I usually invest in myself. And so, that goes away. I now will be focusing on my growth. And somebody said this just recently, and it may have been the Lamar Tyler guy who said this, that when you're growing, that everybody, how many of you out there feel like you can grow? Like there's more that you can learn. There's more that you can be versus where you are. And what he said that I thought was really powerful is, by virtue of growing means that you have to start over again. Like you have to break down whatever that knowledge that you had to get to the next level requires you to dumb down again, to get down to the level that you need to rebuild. And when I heard that, I was like, that's so true, because every level of knowledge that I acquire, every new level I go financially, every new level I go in my business requires me to learn a new set of skills, to be a different person. And so when I think about what I can control my growth. I can focus on and continue to focus on my growth. I mentioned last year, and I'm going to actually restart reading this book, because in this book it talks about the sort of the level that you get and what it requires you to get to the next level. It's called, the name of the book is 10x is easier than 2x. And in the book, he describes that when you get to the next 10x level of yourself, you literally have to let go of everything that you are currently doing to get to that next level. And the shifts that I've had in our business, in our coaching business, in our software business over the last 6 months, this whole year, were as the result of where I was at the end of last year, and I was 10xing into where we are this year. And it officially is a year from where we started last year in the launch of Travel Pro Suite. And it reminds me of when I say that I'm going to be focusing on that growth. Like I had to let go a lot of things that we were doing in the business last year. I let go a lot of coaching that I was doing. I let go a lot of training I was doing to shift into a software service provider. And that growth, it took a lot for me to make that shift. I took a lot of financial hits. It just took a lot of loss in order for me to gain. and I'm up for it again. Like I'm up for whatever the next growth level is in my life, and so I'm committed to that. And so I will say, if that is where you may feel in your business, maybe you feel like there is a shift that needs to happen in your life, I'm going to recommend that you read that book, because it was eye-opening in terms of the things that I have hung on to since I started my online business in 2016 versus to where I am now. There's some things I'm going back to that I had forgotten, that I had stopped doing, that I'm going to go back to. But again, focusing on growth allows you to do that. 10x is easier than 2x. Really, really, really enjoyed that book. All right, so do you believe that your business should partner with the car service for more success? I think partnerships are great if they are, if there's a win-win. I no longer take partnerships lightly. So I think that you can partnership a travel business. I do think it could potentially be a great service model. So I guess it depends on who the service is. I think it depends on what you're offering to the car service and vice versa. I think partnerships are another great book that I absolutely love is Daniel Priestley's Key Person of Influence. He's got 5 P's, and one of the P's is partnerships. And I think as an entrepreneur, and you want to become a key person of influence, having strategic partnerships are important. So having a car service, if you are the person that owns the car service and you're looking to partner with travel advisors, I do think that there's synergy as long as the partnership is beneficial for both of you. All right. Number 5 is focus on community. So, this is what I will say is probably the most important thing as an entrepreneur, is I am probably, if I had to look back at the thing that I could do more of and be better at, it's local community. I'm really good on online community, but I'm a bit of a hermit these days. And, when I moved from Texas to Georgia, I said I was going to get out there in the community and I was going to do more and I was going to meet more. And I started strong. And then my back went out. And then I was like, and then it took me like a year and a half to recover. And then I never really doubled back out there in the community. So the thing that I will continue to do is continue to grow a strong online community, because let me tell you this, over the course of having this Facebook group, I restarted this Facebook group in 2020. I had a group, I've had a Facebook group of some sort since 2016, but I pretty much went through the Facebook group in 2020. Like, I think I kicked like everybody out of the group. I think I had like, I don't know, almost 2,000, or I think I had like 1,200 people. And I literally one by one kicked out like everybody that I didn't personally know and got it down to about 400, because I think I was just tired, and regrew the group. This group is 7,500 strong. And I wouldn't say it's strong, because I will tell you the reasons why we're leaving, again, Facebook. Not like, we are leaving Facebook. Like, I'm not leaving Facebook as a platform, but I'm leaving it in terms of trying to engage and grow the group inside of Facebook. I'm going to tell you why. The reason I did it was because I have met some amazing travel advisors, both locally and also across the United States. And I've met people who are outside of the United States and have developed very strong relationships with these people, with all of you, right, as a result of having this community. Would not have been able to do it without a community. However, what I will say is, so we in 2020 cleaned the group out and went to about 400, grew it to 7,500, did that all through Facebook ads. So grew the community by running Facebook ads holistically. There's been some organic growth, but for the most part, the size of the group is because I paid to grow the group, full of travel advisors, focused on growing their business. All right. And it has been an amazing ride to do that. And the problem that I tell you all, and then I will stick to this, is that the community is owned by Facebook. So visibility of the community is dictated by Facebook and the code that they write. Everybody knows the code as the algorithm, right? So when I got sick in 2020, it was right after we moved. So we moved in 2021 or 2020. What year is it? It's 2024. So we moved in 2021 to Georgia. We moved in July. By October of that year, my back herniated and I had to get back surgery, excruciating pain for like 6 months, had surgery, and then fell off. So we had a highly engaged Facebook group that time. But when I dropped off my engagement, so did Facebook's showing of my messaging to the community. And since 2022, because it's now 2024, so I sort of came back. Like, it took me all of 2022 to recover. 2023, I feel like I sort of got my groove back, and I've not been able to get the group engagement that I had in previous time. And what I could do is I can invest more money to grow the group so it could get grow, and new people will drive that influence. However, if I'm going to grow a group again, I don't want to be controlled by what Facebook will change based on that interaction. So this is the reason why we've decided to grow, to, bring whoever sees the messaging or wants to come over into a community that really is within my control. And so when I say focus on community, I talk to you all in email, right? You guys get an email from me pretty much every other day, or if not every day. And the community has always been my focus. Being able to show up in a way for you all to give you guys free training. And if you want more of that, right, I give you opportunity to work with me directly through our programs, our services, and our products so that you can get more out of your business. That commitment has not changed and will not change. And so when I say focus on community, that's what you should be doing as well. If you have a group of people that you service, create a community around those group of people and service them and show up into them. Drop your promotions, your packages, your services, your trips to that community of people. At the end of the day, what social media has taught me over the many years that I have been on the various different platforms is the power of you growing your own community is like no other. You get to control the narrative. You can control the messaging. You can control how you promote in there. I do not suggest you grow a community and the only thing that you do promote is what you do is you look at number 2, which is you see what the value is that you bring to the table. And that is what you give to your community. So when I say focus on community, man, community growth is the bomb.com all day long. You want to talk about Black Friday, you got a community to drop a Black Friday sale, boom, those are your buyers, right? You got a community to let them know that you've got a new service offering, that's who you do it when, right? Is because you've already invested in them. You've already showed up and told them why you bring value to them. Right? So when you get ready to sell to them, it's easier to do that. So I don't say just create a community so you can sell. I love my travel boss community. I love working with travel advisors. I love hearing what you're struggling with. I love coming and showing up. This is probably the best part of my day, is doing these trainings that I do, talking to you all out there in the ground, seeing what you are struggling with. It makes me a stronger coach. It makes me a stronger service provider. It just makes me better at what I do. And the only way I'm able to do that is by having a community. So what I will tell you is community is where it's at. If you don't have a community, you don't have a community idea, you don't know, it's probably because you don't know who your ideal client is. If you know who your ideal client is, then you need to create a community around your ideal client. So either way, at the end of the day, create a community. That's what you can double. So I've given you 5 powerful focus points to get your mind off of what's going down right now in areas that you can control. Because at the end of the day, they're focused on them. You focus on you and what you have. Focus on your family, focus on your business, because at the end of this day and every other day afterwards, your business is what's going to position you to do the things that you want. I got people telling me, well, I don't want to be in America anymore. And if that's your choice, you need money to leave. You need money. And if you have a business that you can take anywhere, create that business that you can take anywhere. If you're tied to your silent investor, your job, and you don't make the kind of money that you can, double down on your business, right? Being an entrepreneur is one of the most powerful things in your back pocket that you can have. And if it's not doing, it ain't doing what it needs to be doing, it's not generating what it needs to be generating, then that should be your only focus point. All right. I do what I do because I love what I do. I love technology. I love bringing it to people. I love working with people. I love training people. I love showing up in the capacity that I show up, right? I love my business. If you love your business, focus on those things that are going to allow you to do more of your business. Listen, as always, it has been a pleasure to be here with you. We are celebrating our 1-year anniversary with Travel Pro Suite. It was this time last year that we launched officially our Travel Pro Suite software. And for those that have been with us throughout the journey of this last year, we are forever grateful for you all entrusting your travel business with us. And for those that have just joined and are continuing on the journey, we got a lot in store for you in the next year as we count down to year 2. Listen, we are getting ready to start office hours. I'm a little bit late. I did go a little bit filibuster on you guys, but listen, stay strong, shake it off, because we have endured so much more than what just happened. And we will continue to endure. Focus on the things that are most important, your friends, your family, your business, and let's pick up the pieces and move on. Thank you for the congratulations on the 1-year anniversary. I'll see you in office hours. If you'd like to join us in office hours, you can join me at sundeygardner.com and just click on the button that says office hours, and I will see you inside of the Zoom room. Right now, it's open to all travel advisors who are needing any sort of help. You can ask me any questions. Just ask you to keep it to 5 minutes so we can get through everyone's questions. I'll see you in office hours. If you do not join me in office hours, I'll see you next week in our Monday training. Talk to you soon.